In today's video, I'm going to show you guys my exact strategy for making money with Padre. And because it's the internet, you shouldn't trust anyone. So here is my wallet. Over the last 60 days, I've made more than 80k with this. This only works with Padre. Plus, I just collected 5 Solana in cash back. That's almost $1,000. This new strategy is leveraging something no one ever thought about and without having to pay a single cent for it. Yes, that's crazy. But this is how I can make $10,000 to $40,000 per month while trading meme coins only 2 hours per day maximum. Enough, let's go get it. And for that, of course, you will need Padre. So I invite you to create an account right now. It's free. You can use the link in the description or type the code HANDSOME. This is gonna give you 35% cash back. And that's how I made more than $1,000 just with that. But all the tools that we are going to need, the strategy only works with Padre. And with that cash back, it's almost like being paid to trade. And if you don't use the code HANDSOME, which you can, you will have less bonus, you will pay more fees, and a bad juju. You don't want bad juju, right? And let's get to it. When you first log in Padre and go into a coin, you are going to see a chart that looks like that. Now, it may be similar to a lot of platforms, but you are going to see how Padre gives you a lot more insight and alpha than any other ones. So if you first trade, you know that you can click on the instant trade. This panel is going to be much faster to buy and sell than having to click here and here, because that's 2 clicks. If I click here, that's 1 click. Here, that's 1 click. I'm not going to sell this position. I want to keep a little bit. I feel like it might pop up again. This was a good trade, by the way, Clippy, where I made more than 5k because, as you know, I don't just sell like that. I use other way to sell. That's not the topic of the video. Few other important things on this panel that not many people know. You can have the sell initials. So that means that when the price is going up and you invest, you don't remember exactly which amount. You don't know if you sold 25%, 50%. You can just sell your initial. So like this, you can ride the rest of the trade stress-free. But one thing that I love is here. The whole space bar to use short key. And as you can see, it shows the letters. Now, going with your mouse every time might be slower than me being just here and boom, placing a buy and instantly seeing it on the chart. That's what I like because I have all those shortcuts and I can be much faster. You can also choose your priority. For now, you can keep those settings, by the way. Priority 1 is good. I don't really use priority 2 and 3. I'm a hot or cold guy. So either priority 1 or I go Inferno. Inferno mode is one of the best features of Padre. It's them who are going to choose what are the best settings for you to buy and sell the fastest way. So you don't have to think, you don't have to go check, find the information. They have the information and you can go get fast at it. Now, a few other things is once you bought the token, you can choose to split your tokens to other wallets. You can choose that for whatever your reason you want to, either to split it, to consolidate it, to divest your position, to send it to a cold wallet, or just multi-wallet like a crazy guy. But that's not the only things. Here we are going to see many different options of Padre that are like just beautiful. We have exit strategy. So we can set up our take profit. Let's say a stop loss. If I see the price going 25%, I would sell 100%. And that's going to be directly with my buy. So every time I buy, it's going to set up those take profit and stop loss for me. Let me show you if I buy 1 SOL, boom. And here in my orders tab, I can see that directly it created it, my take profit and my stop loss. You can see it here on the chart as well. And my take profit is over there at $71 million, which is pretty high to be honest. But it's just so good because I can easily remove it or toggle it on and off right from that panel. And it's the same here on the instant trade where I can enable exit strategies. I would say try to have it all the time in a way, because you can easily cancel those orders with just one click, either in your orders tab or by clicking right here, which make it easy. But like that, if you go into a chart, you forgot about it and the price go crazy, you have it. Of course, we change our average fair price, because I used to buy this coin like way lower than that, and now it's moved here. Is some other information that we can go deeper into it for the holders, but we're gonna finish on the buys and the sell. Another one that I love is the sell here, trailing spell, which stands for trailing stop loss. So what it is one of the features that helped me make the most money, because this feature says that, all right, from the price that we have right now, how many percent I want to set up my stop loss down from. Let's say 10%. If it goes down 10%, I'm going to sell 50% of my position. Okay? And now I have the TSL setup. It's not a normal stop loss. We're going to zoom in. So this chart doesn't move that fast, so we may have to go into a coin that is crazy just to show how it is. But what's going to happen, to explain you, if the price goes up, my stop loss is going to go up as well. So it's always going to follow the price up, but if the price goes down, it doesn't move. Which means that if the price goes up here, my stop loss will be probably around there. And then if the price starts to crash, as you can see, boom, we just moved a bit. Price starts to crash, boom, it's going to hit my stop loss here. Which means that I can be off the chart and being sure that if there is a crazy increase, I'm going to have a part of it and secure my profits. This is really important for me, because setting a stop loss right here would not be so useful, because there's still all that movement that can happen, right? And maybe it's going to go way up, and then I'm going to miss out on that way up. So that's why I really like the trailing stop loss. I really invite you to try it out. You can also choose to buy the dip. Say like, all right, I want to buy when the price goes down here. That's possible. And you have also, of course, the normal stop loss that will say, okay, we sell when it goes down here, and the take profit that will be selling when the price is up. Easily to change. You put the amount, how much you want to sell, boom. We have our sell order. We can see it on the chart and in the menu here where I have all my information as well. Obviously, if you want to, you can have the multi-wallet, no matter if it's on the right side panel or here on the quick buy button, you can select all the wallets. I trade with just one wallet because I don't hide some stuff, you know, like if you multi-wallet, it's something a bit dodgy, you know. Hey, it doesn't matter. People do whatever they want. To finish with the right side, you will also see the data and security, which is not that useful if your token is being launched on Pump Fund or any other launchpad, because you know that the liquidity is burned and everything. However, here you will see the insider holding, if they paid some boost on Dex Screener, how was the wallet funded, the number of fresh wallet buys, mint authority and freeze authority. That's those two. If it's launched on Pump Fund, it's not that important. But all the rest is really cool to know. The token banner, I really like that as well. So I can know how it looks on Dex Screener, which is still important. And the similar tokens, which is super helpful when there is a new coin, if you want to know if it was created before. We will go into the new pairs in a minute. As you can see, the price started to go down, but my trailing stop loss didn't move. It's only, again, moving if it's on the way up. So let's talk about the holders tab now. The holders on Padre are, for me, one of the most advanced. I can see the Solana balance, the amount both sold, and the P&L. But what I want to is to know actually how many are from trading bots, how many are from bundle. The most important thing on a new coin, I will see here, for example, if it's a fresh wallet, but this is a liquidity pool, so that's not going to be good. Here, fresh wallet. This address had 0 sold until 2 hours ago. And a lot of time, We are going to see that deeper when we scan for new pairs. People who want to rug you, to take your money out of you, they go with multiple wallets and they use fresh wallets. Why? Because they just created all those wallets to look like they have a lot of orders, to split the supply between tons of them, and then they're going to rug you. So when I see a lot of top orders with that little fresh wallet logo, I'm out. Same if I see a lot of the top holders with a really low Solana balance, I'm out. Because either they just split it to rug it, because it's costly to have 100K on like 100 wallets, and usually those ruggers, they think cheap, so that's why they get cheap results. Now, of course, in the trades, I can see all the trades. I can see just my trade. I can also see the developer trade. And I can see depending of the wallets I'm tracking. There you go. Get all the wallets I'm tracking. I can see their trades. And same here for all those groups. Because yes, Padre has a really detailed wallet tracker where you can create different groups, decide if you want to have a sound or not. You can add as many wallets as you want, have those different tabs. It's just amazing. And you can see the live trades from them. Now, when you have a wallet, let's say like this one looks interesting. If I click on it, I'm going to see the detail of his profits in the last 30 days, 7 days, 1 day. And I can just copy the address and add it to my tracking list. It's an interesting one because he doesn't hesitate to buy in big amount, like 4K, 10K, 2.5K. He's going big in it. However, on the last 30 days, it was not the best. In Padre, you can also have the Twitter feed. And I'm going to show you one key functionality of the Twitter feed that makes it way better than any other tool, in my opinion. And I think if you copied it, you can also track other accounts. Of course, I invite you to add up myself to it so you can know when I make a new video. So let's go now into the meat, the main place, the trenches. We have the classic 3-column, new pairs, almost bounded and migrated. You can set up a speed buy button on each that is different amounts. And that's cool because a coin that hasn't migrated yet, I'm not going to put the same amount as something that's migrated already, right? And I can set up the exit strategy too. Those exit strategy are going to save me. I can set up a sound as well. I can choose all the filters depending which launchpad and everything. But actually where you want to put filters is around that one. And even I'm a big advocate of zero filters. And actually that's how like a lot of the top traders do it. Over here, I usually put minimum market cap at least 50K, which is going to remove a lot of the stuff that already rugged. Because if it's already down, then I don't need to take care about it or to look at it. You could, however, choose to have something that would say at least one social. It's usually an important part. And then you could choose a volume. However, the volume change all the time and they can use volume bots. So I wouldn't be so fuzzy about it. I know a lot of people tells you, oh yeah, with those filters, you're going to make so much money. The answer and the reality is no. It's not like that. And if you check the best traders, they don't have like crazy filter thing or whatsoever. It's just, we want to make people think that they can have an illusion of control. But if you're going to be staring at that, you shouldn't remove any opportunity. Even if you say, like, I want minimum 20K market cap. Well, from 20K, it can go down to 4K as well. So you're actually increasing your risk. Instead, I'd rather ape when he's like at 4K, 5K, 6K, or 7K. Because the bonding curve is not going to go below 4K. Depending on the price of Solana, of course. But at the minute what I'm talking. So then I'm not going to risk as much. And I can go with a smaller amount. And if you can't be staring at that for hours, then you shouldn't trade like that. You should adopt another strategy. And don't worry, I will give you other strategy in a minute. Now, if you think with the interface, important when you hover this, you can see the tweet related to it. You can see if there's a TikTok around it. You can see the community. You have all the information needed. If, okay, like this is linked to this guy, I can know the top 10 holders, how many snipers, the insider holdings, the bundle, all that. Now, where it gets better is if I get my Twitter tracker on the left side here. If that's your style of trading, to trade the news thing, I'm honestly far from being very good at that one. But I have other strategy that works really well for me. Is as soon as a tweet is out, you can click on a word and it's going to search the ticker for it. So that means when you see that, oh, well, there's Elon Musk who talked about Valentine, boom, you click Valentine and you're going to see directly all the coins created around Valentine. For the trenches, you can as well customize it to choose to display the data, how it looks like, all that jazz that I honestly don't really care about. You can choose the button color. You can make it way bigger. If you don't know how to click, that's pretty cool. You can choose the shape, square, round, width, transparency. I mean, I don't know why would someone do that. It's like some people trade like that. I don't know why I'm talking like that. It is how it is. Like some people want to have it really, really big. For me, I'm fine with the normal ones, honestly. Just large, it's enough. They're funded, I can show that data as well. Progress line, I can show that data as well. Total transaction, I can show that data as well. If I want more data, I can do that. Fresh wallet buys, that's one that I really like. I can decide to put the market cap here. I have the contract address shown. Transaction, more data. They also have the vibing that I just activated here. Vibing. And what is it? Is the number of token with these words recently deployed. So token 22, we had 9 token. Home run, we had 4 token. Chill house, 3. Extractor, 3. How to use this data. If you see many tokens getting created, there is something. There is a news. There is an event. Something that happened. And everyone is going to go towards one of them. So then you would check here. And if there is one with outstanding market cap, then you can ape in. I know exactly why this one is trending. I can click on it and they link the tweet. And what happened is some bot scanned the tweet for Tolly because he's one of the co-founder of Solana. And they say, okay, token 22, and they all blasted created that. All right, we got the trenches sorted out. Now I'm going to skip the trending tab because I do not find it as useful as it could be right now. There's one thing, 2 things actually that I want to talk about. First, reward. We like money. If you use the code handsome again, you're going to be able to gain some cash back, and it's 35% cash back with the code handsome. So every time I'm going here, and I collect my Solana, I already got 5 Solana. That's almost $1,000. That's pretty good for the portfolio. And you can also refer some people. And I invite you to refer some people. You can share my link or you can share your link. And like this, you will earn even more. And the more you make people go trade on Padre, the more you're going to earn for it. To boost all that, of course, the code handsome is going to help you forever. Now, automation before we go into one functionality or actually 2 of Padre that people don't know about. They're like, mwah. Automation lets you create some copy trading really easily. You can target any wallet you want, and then you can choose the size of the market cap, the buy percent, the minimum buy size. If you are good at copy trading, this is going to come really handy. Because what's happening is most KOL, they know some people are copy trading them. And they are going into a tiny coin, make multiple buy, and then dump on you. Now, I never blame the KOL. I blame the people who do that. Because they're not subscribed to Handsome Finance, which is totally free, and give you the resources to avoid doing that. So let me put actually here the stock chain. I'm going to set up like a tiny market cap. Let's see if we have someone that did that recently, holding. That's, for example, typical. Make a buy and then boom, sell right after it on top of the other people. So you don't want to be left in that case. And for that, when you set up your copy trading, you're going to put something, there's a market cap, at least 50K or 100K, you choose. You can buy only once. You can choose the minimum buy size, depth holding. You can go really deep, but just taking coins any above 50K is already going to be super useful. And the number of percentage. By the way, don't worry about those little notifications. I don't really notice them anymore unless I see everyone buying the same token. I'm like, okay, I need to lock in and see what's going on. So if we go back here, there are a few things that I love about Padre. I can, of course, set up the Twitter tracker, but what is good is to set up the trenches. So like that, I can be on the chart and still have all the coins getting created, depending on my filters, appearing on the side here. With, of course, again, I can set up a quick buy. And like that, I don't need to be looking everywhere. And can be on the chart and still monitoring the situation about what's going on. Or the migrated one, which can be super useful when you're into a coin and then there's another one getting created and is getting more volume and you don't know which one is going to win. Here, you are able to see that. Now, the other killer feature is the alpha tracker. So let me remove that so we can have something a bit more clear. You can, of course, if you have a larger screen, put it on all those sides. The alpha tracker is going to show me all the private alpha Discord group that you need to pay in or like super hard to get it. What are they talking about and which coin are they talking about? They apparently talk about lock-in. Okay. Lock-in on Sol, which is now at 300K. They talk about XP, 3D mentioned in 7 groups. That one mentioned in so many groups. And I can have notification as soon as a coin is in a group. But let me show you in details here. Market lines, can show my track wallets, is going to be noisy. Alpha group mentioned. And I know exactly when it get called on other groups. So I'm like, okay, they start to talk about it. And that's going to be super helpful because I'm going to understand which coin is the talk of the town. And I don't need to be checking all those discords. I can see it right here. What's going on? What are they buying and selling? As you can see, the number of mention of this coin is quite high. And I can set it up if I want as a moving thing to be monitoring as well. And that's something that is exclusive to Padre. And I found pretty useful because all meme coins, what it is attention. And when the coin gets shared in many groups, it get more eyeballs. If you get more eyeballs, you get more volume, get more buys. Price goes up, attract more people. We're in the market of selling green candles. And that's why you should definitely try Padre if you haven't already. Again, maybe if you use any other trading bot, it's okay. You can cheat on them. Don't worry. Even if it's just for one night, it's no problem. Don't try that with your girlfriend. You might have some issues. But for that, you can. So why not? I put the link again in the description. And if you want to understand better how I found explosive meme coins before everyone else, and not just talk about it, but actually did it even when the market was horrible, I explain everything in this video. It was a pleasure. And don't forget one thing, when you start to set up your Padre and everything, you still have to stay hands up. Ciao.